Hey there, my name's Bill. I love music and I love records, and this is a channel that I'm doing called Spin Chatter. And since this is the debut video, I want to talk about some of my favorite debut punk albums. So, one of the first ones I want to talk about is Dead Kennedys' Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. This was recorded in 1980 and released on Cherry Red Records in the UK. And if you've seen this before, you've probably seen the black cover with the white lettering, and this is an orange cover with black lettering, and this is unique to the United States IRS pressing 1981. And Jello Biafra, who's the lead singer of the Dead Kennedys, didn't like this color scheme. He called it Disneyland Orange and demanded that it be changed back to the black cover with the white lettering. So this is a little bit of a unique variant. This is early 80s San Francisco hardcore punk, politically driven lyrics. Some of the guitar is really trebly, sounds a little surfy in some parts. Some of their most popular tunes are on this one, like Holiday in Cambodia and California Uber Alice. One thing that's also interesting about this is on the back, there's this band photo, not the Dead Kennedys, of course, but it's a lounge band. And what they did is they put the DK logo on the head drum, and they put a skull and crossbones on the guitar, things like that. It was kind of a joke. But they ended up getting in some type of legal trouble for it. So subsequent pressings had the heads cut off of the band. On some pressings, the band photo was removed altogether, and just went through different phases as the pressings went along. And when I was young, when I was in sixth grade, I fell in love with this album. And every Friday in school, we had like bring your own music to music class, and I had a tape of Fresh Fruit for Rotting Vegetables. I was really excited, and I thought, oh, everyone's gonna love this. So I brought it up to the front of the classroom. I put my tape in the tape player, and everybody just didn't like it. They hated it, and people were saying, "What the hell is this?" And people were howling and stuff like that. So I just went up to the front, took the tape out, and I sulked back to my desk. And there was a girl in my class named Christine who had a tape of Just a Friend by Biz Markie. So she put the tape in, brought the party back, and everybody lived happily ever after. But that was one of my early experiences trying to share music that I like with other people. So the next one is Suicide Commandos, Make a Record. The Suicide Commandos were from Minneapolis, three-piece punk band. This to me sounds like the Ramones meet Chuck Berry or something. There's some of that Chuck Berry shuffle in there with the guitar. It's a little bit more, I can't explain it. It's like a little bit more like edgier than say the Clash or something like that, musically. And this was released in 1978 on a label called Blank. And Glenn Danzig, who's the singer for the Misfits at the time, he released the first Misfits single called Cough Coal, also under the name Blank Records. Now, Mercury wanted the namesake Blank Records, so they traded studio time to Glenn Danzig in exchange for the name. And the Misfits used that studio time to record Static Age. So that's kind of like a little couple degrees of separation between the Suicide Commandos and the Misfits. But this is a great record, really worth checking out. Haven't played it for anybody who hasn't liked it. So it's a great one. Suicide Commandos, Make a Record. The last one that I want to talk about is the Subhumans. You might have heard of the Subhumans, but chances are if you've heard of the Subhumans, you've heard of the UK band. And this is the Canadian Subhumans. And this album is Incorrect Thoughts. It came out in 1980 on a label called Friends. And something about this is in 1985, it was remixed and re-released by a different record label, unbeknownst to the band. The Subhumans initially broke up, I think in 1982 or 1983, 1982, I believe. And years later, they wanted to reform and tour again, and they wanted the rights to their album back, but they couldn't get it because they had lost the physical copy of their contract with Friends. So they couldn't get the rights back to the record, and what they ended up doing was going back into the studio and re-recording every single song. And they released that album under the title Same Thoughts, Different Day. This is good. It's melodic. It's a little bit more of a gentler if you will, version of DOA, which is also a Canadian hardcore punk band. This is just a great album. So I just really can't recommend this one highly enough. It's really worth checking out. So anyway, those are my 3 of my favorite debut punk records. Thanks for joining me, and hope to see you again.